Part 2. Now, working with hyperconvergence technologies is understanding that you should have to visualize all three aspects, compute, storage, and infrastructure, and document how you think it needs to be. And you're not going to be strong in all three fields, but you'll be pretty savvy in regards to absorbing usually 2 out of the 3 fields. That third field can be addressed by going to ITIL standards, to best practices in deployments, though you may have SAN switches, you may have high-end Nortel platforms, you might have the traditional tiering platforms or isolated switching for like management, as well as your 10 gig bandwidths on the back end to try to bring the symmetry into your solution. This also includes VTLs, which are virtual tape libraries that you can build. You can use standalone devices like these iStocks. These iStocks are pretty decent. No, they're not the greatest, but when it comes to just doing the basics in your own lab environment, they're pretty good. Now, I have no disagreements with them whatsoever for usage. So by taking the first step, documenting out your HCI as you think it is, do it in your local lab or at home or in your test lab, and then put it against a test model. You can find those out on the internet under the HCI standards, and it helps you figure out how do you begin the process of doing this. And then you have to break it down by tasking, because if you're that person who has to identify these requirements, tasking, now I mean what I mean by tasking is you bring on a compute resource and it's a CentOS platform, and it's going to use NFS and CIFS resources, and it has extended access to disk storage plus high performance disk storage plus your backdoor white boxes like this Dell 720DX, and of course other variations of legacy platforms as well. You basically would flow those in a 1, 2, 3 here, and then a 1, 2, 3 back to here, giving you the resources you need, the best practices for security purposes, and of course, lifecycle planning. Lifecycle planning is crucial with HCI because lifecycle planning is what's going to give you your worst headache out there in today's world. That's it for it right now. If you have any comments, just please put them down on the bottom. I hope this helped you out a little bit. I know learning is an expensive process, and I like to bring things to you people for free. And this is the way I do it. I hope it helps get you in the right direction. Obviously, one video is not going to give you everything that you want, but I hope that part 1 and part 2 help you get where you need to be. God bless. Goodbye.